Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Twitch. I'm your host, Mike, the WanderingTook. Not that I expect you to remember, of course, because as we'll soon see, memories are fickle things. But just in case you do remember, know that I am joined by my friend and co-host, Daniel, otherwise known as BigFomLof.
Hello.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Mysteries abound in this one.
In so many ways, is that true for me, Mike?
Are you playing another campaign blind?
I am. I refuse to play these without going with you first.
Because you played them without me?
Never.
There you go.
But I definitely wait. In this case, I've waited, what, a year? How long has this thing been out?
About a year, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just how patient I am, how dedicated I am to you, Mike.
Aww.
Yeah. As you play this immediately with your wife upon receiving it. So I know that it's not a reciprocal love that we have. It's okay.
Well, I'm married to one of them.
Oh, sure.
All
Whatever.
right, all right. Well, okay. What are we doing? Obviously, we are doing the latest, as of this recording, campaign from Arkham Horror, which is the Scarlet Keys. I think we've got at least 3, maybe 4 months until Hemlock Vale releases, so we got time.
Yeah. That's looking exciting. That's
Yeah,
looking good.
this is a globe-trotting adventure. We're starting out. I am playing Rex Murphy. Daniel is playing Rita Young. And we will, who knows, maybe we'll go meet friends along the way. I mean,
Oh, I
the
hope we
world
meet
is
friends.
full of friends, is it not?
It is full of friends.
All right. So I
All
will
right.
explain some of the finer points as
Please do.
we get to them. I don't want to bombard
Okay.
people with the rules right off the bat.
Sure.
Let's jump right in. Daniel, you've got your lovely reading voice,
Thank you. I do.
and I
Um,
listen to you every Friday.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Where, Mike? How?
that would be on the Canon Reviewed podcast, right?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. What a
there you
great plug. That was awesome. Cheers.
go.
All right. This is file 5A, prologue, Riddles and Rain. Intro 1. The dark stifles. It moves like a living creature, constricts the air as if you were inside a shapeless cocoon. A figment of your anxious and overactive imagination, you hope. But everything about this meeting puts your nerves on edge. You almost didn't accept the mysterious invitation, but recent events have forced your hand. It's been several months since the disappearances began, and all of your leads in Arkham dried up. It started in the winter of 1924 with several vehicles in Southside, two Studebakers, a Cadillac, and a Rolls Royce, all of them top of the line. One minute they were there, the next, nothing, save for a single deflated wheel. The police believed it to be the work of bootleggers looking for more vehicles to add to their routes, but the cars were too nice, would draw too much attention. Perhaps they were taken down to Boston or New York and flipped for a pretty penny. And that's just what you figured happened until the disappearances continued. Next to go was a street lamp outside the Ward Theater in downtown. Then two pets, a dog and a cat, whisked away almost simultaneously right out from under their owners' noses, not two doors down from one another. You learned the news when you saw the missing posters plastered all over College Street. On a whim, you interviewed the owners. No sign of foul play, and it was unlikely for them to have run away. Something stank about all of it. Then people started to disappear. A child from Easttown, a student in Miskatonic University, the chief of Arkham's fire department. And as the police closed each case with no clues or suspects, a curious thing began to happen. One by one, as time marched on, the things that went missing vanished not only from Arkham, but from memory. The owners of those vehicles suddenly claimed to have never owned them. The pets, the people, all of them were wiped from the memories of every single person in town. Everyone but you. You and you alone remembered. Perhaps it was simply the way of things. Humans are fickle and forgetful by nature. But it couldn't be so simple. It was just too strange, coincidental. That's when the letter arrived.
Greetings. I hope this letter finds you well. You do not know me, but I know you. I cannot tell you much through paper correspondence, as it may be intercepted. Suffice to say that I know of the matters you are looking into, and I also know that you believe yourself to be alone in your investigation. The truth is that you are not alone. Such events are not unique in your city of Arkham. What you have observed is happening in major cities all over the world. I am one of those, like you, who seeks the truth, who remembers. There is another related matter which I must bring to your attention. I need your help, and you need mine. Enclosed is a ticket to a show at the Riverview Theater. If you wish to know more, please come meet me there and we can speak further. Come alone. In truth, Lee Flint.
The ticket in the envelope was indeed for a private showing at Arkham's new movie palace in downtown. With no other leads and no good reason to avoid going, you've decided to accept the mysterious invitation.
Well, Daniel,
Now, yes, Mike?
you get to choose as the person who does not know anything about this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You, of course, are lead investigator and making all the
Of course.
important choices.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one caveat here,
Mm-hmm.
I am
Mm-hmm.
going to let you make the choices. I
Yep.
have observed something when I've seen people play this campaign for the first time, and I've tried to help you avoid some pitfalls by having you read through some of the campaign guide and particularly the dossiers beforehand, because most people just don't want to read that much when they're in the midst of playing the game.
Right.
But also, I'm going to be very cognizant to try to help you remember what some of your options, because it's easy to get sidetracked here. And
Okay.
I'm not, when I prompt you with something, Daniel, know that I'm not telling you to do something. I'm just reminding you, hey, last time you said this. Do you still want
Right.
to do this or not? Um,
Okay.
we'll get into the whys about a bit later, but for now, Daniel, this is your first choice. And this is an easy one because the thing doesn't really matter. But you must choose, do you go alone as requested, or are you bringing me as backup, your trusty Rex,
My trusty
who
Rex.
most certainly is not cursed? He does not have the curse trait. I have confirmed this.
um, Mike, I think, I think I'm gonna go with backup.
All right, Daniel, you get to skip to intro 4.
Will do. Just as you are beginning to suspect that you've been played, you see a shadow approaching from the aisle. The figure spots you at once, sliding into the seat in front of your party. He wears wide, horn-rimmed glasses and a high-collared jacket over a silk vest. His brown hair is cut short, parted to one side, and he sports a handsome, neatly trimmed beard. To your relief, no other figures emerge from the shadows.
I
I
thought I
thought I
told
told
you
you
to
to
come
come alone.
alone.
The man in front of you speaks without turning, letting his voice carry over the silent images on screen. The hard edge in his voice suggests he's not happy with your choice, but after a moment he relents.
Oh, it's
Go
me.
ahead.
I get it. You're prudent not to trust me. You should trust no one under the circumstances, myself included.
You ask if you are speaking to Lee Flint, earning a slight nod from the man.
Indeed,
He says,
Inspector Lee Flint with the International Criminal Police Commission, and I'm sure you have a great many questions, but we are unfortunately short on time.
Flint produces a file fat with documentation, slides it between the two seat cushions in front of you. Inside is a wealth of information regarding cases similar to the ones you've been investigating. Photos of vehicles, factory machines, public figures, all missing, all forgotten. And just as Flint's letter promised, the file includes reports from all over the world: London, Shanghai, Bruges, Rio de Janeiro, Cairo. The list goes on and on,
There's more.
he says after giving you time to read it.
Flip to the end.
You do. And what greets you there are two photographs clipped together. The first is of a street in London, distorted by some sort of interference. A light shines above the street corner, and around it, the pictures appear to be pinched, like a miniature vortex is pulling reality toward it. The other is a photograph of a man on the other side of that same street corner, ducking into the shadows. He wears a tailored gray suit and a wide-brimmed hat that obscures his face. The only discernible detail you can make out from the photo is the man's distinctive red gloves. Rare as it is for a photograph to have color, you wonder if the long exposure time is what led to the strange blurring effect.
This was taken by my partner several days ago, just before he too vanished. Whatever is going on, you can be sure that man with the red gloves is somehow involved.
Getting to the point, you ask Inspector Flint what exactly he wants from you.
to work together, share what we know. Sparingly few seem to know the truth.
You agree. If what the man says is true, and events like this are happening all over the world, getting to the bottom of it will require more than just you.
To that end, I would ask that you come to London with me. That man with the red gloves has been sighted in the area, and he's not alone. I would bet good money that he knows something about where my partner is. Arrangements have already been made. There are steamship tickets in that file. The ship departs from Boston in 2 days.
Ooh.
All right, next choice, Daniel. Are
Yep,
you going
yep.
to take his offer or go to London on your own terms?
We're going to take his offer, Mike.
All right.
You accept the file and tell Inspector Flint that you will report to him with anything you find. With haste, you get your affairs in order and take the very next train to Boston. Flint has already given you more evidence to advance your case than a month of investigation in Arkham. If working together with the ICPC will help solve this mystery, you have no qualms about putting your trust in him. You make it to London with time to spare and immediately set to work.
Trust is born of.
I love it.
Yeah. Uh, of naivety. Naivety. Remove one Elder Thing token from the Chaos Bag and add one Tablet token. All right, so
Oh,
first bit of a mechanic here.
yep.
We're going to be bouncing these tokens in and out.
Okay.
Specifically these two, the Elder Thing and the Tablet. And that's going to depend on our choices. Now, there's lots of paths we can take. Do you remember Forgotten Age, where we could choose, the cultist path, which was
Yep,
Alejandro,
yep,
or the other? Yeah,
yep,
this
yep.
one's a little bit. There's a little bit more to it. This path that we're following is not Flint's path. This path we're on is a trust path, which
Okay.
is distinct from who we are aligning with. So it's another layer of stuff and just adds more complexity to
Cool.
do we really want to trust or not? So
Okay.
the shtick is that the chaos bag that comes with your game only has 4 of each token. So if you ever can't add another token, you get experience instead. So for those that like
Oh,
to
and that's what.
XP farm,
uh,
then
So that explains the note about like you become stronger if you stick to your convictions.
yes, exactly.
Oh, got it. Got it. Okay.
All
That's
right.
interesting. Okay.
So
Mike, perhaps you should explain tracking time
yeah, so let's see here. I'm going to jump up to.
because you're going to mark one time in our campaign log right now, Mike.
Yeah, do you have a. Can you find the campaign log? It's right next to the difficulty settings here.
All right.
Under the calendar, we have this time passed section, and there
Okay.
are 35 days. As you guessed it, at day 35, there's a bit of an ending. So when time passes, you just exit out. No
Nice.
problems, right?
No problems.
All right. Now, every time you do something, travel, go to it through an adventure or scenario, time will pass. How much depends on what happens. And whenever you
Okay.
hit something with a symbol on it, you immediately stop and go to that symbol in the back of the campaign guide and read it. Because
Okay.
this is the key to this game. This is a living, breathing world. As time
Okay.
passes, some doors will open, some doors will close.
Okay.
So the next thing for you to remember is that if you have a lead to go somewhere and you want to follow that lead, don't dawdle. This isn't a video game where you can save your side quests to the very end of the game because the doors will close.
Okay.
So it means you're not going to see everything. Just do whatever you feel like doing, Daniel.
Sure.
All right. So one time has now passed.
Awesome. Okay. So that means, Mike, that we go ahead and start setting up this scenario.
We do.
Here we are in London. So we show people where we are, Mike. Maybe we should go to
Oh,
camera
up here
6.
to the map here. Oh yes, look at this.
Yes. Look
The
at that
map
beautiful map
of the
there, everybody.
world.
Why don't
Hey,
you explain the lines connecting things, Mike?
I will. Hi, Catherine. Catherine
I got
suggesting
that.
honey lemon tea to preserve your speaking voice. You'll need it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think the Mythos Buster said it was like 9.5 hours of text or something. Um, but
No.
we will not be saying all of that in one campaign. Don't worry. Okay, lines and stuff. We are starting in London. When we travel, we're going to start at our location and we're going to travel to through locations to other locations following the lines. Every time we get to a new node, that is worth 1 time. The one thing we're going to do is we're going to ignore all of the small green circles. And you're allowed to do this. Pretend those don't exist, so you can freely move through them.
Unless you want them to, right?
Yes, unless you want them to, because those are the side quests that they've released.
Sure. Right.
And we know them all. The one in New Orleans, the one in Venice, right? They're there in case you want to go there. And the farther you travel, you could theoretically just run around the world all day and go right to the end game. But that's no fun, right? So use your time wisely.
Zero fun.
All right.
Okay. So you'll see some places are red dots on the map. Those are like locked places until we figure out how to get to them, right?
That's correct.
All right.
And then, one more thing, you cannot go to the same place twice.
Oh, good. Good to know. Okay.
Yes.
Can you pass through it, though, on your way to somewhere else?
You can absolutely pass through it.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Well, here we are. The scenario set up. We have the rainy London streets. Perhaps.
And is this scenario called the rain and whatever?
This is Riddles and Rain. The
Riddles and Rain.
First scenario that we are mandated to do.
Okay. So, Mike, I'm going to talk you through setup, and you're going to explain things to people. So we've got all the cards in the following sets. We can assume that happened, right?
Yes, we do.
Mike, I can't help but noticing it says when gathering the Midnight Masks encounter set.
Oh, yeah, they do this a lot.
Are we talking from back in the way day?
Yeah. There's a couple treacheries that they like to reuse in some of these campaigns. So
great. So, Mike, it says here set the Crimson Conspiracy and Outsiders encounter sets out of play. Okay.
Done.
Rainy London Streets into play. And we begin the rainy London streets. Right. We'll set the Red Gloved Man enemy and the Eye of Ravens key aside out of play. Is there anything you need to say about keys?
Not yet.
Or is that something that'll
be later?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gather each decoy mini card. Now that you might want to talk about right now, Mike.
Yeah, we'll do that later. We'll do that later.
Too? Okay.
Yep.
Shuffle the encounter cards, build the encounter deck. You are ready to begin.
All right. Agenda 1A. When it rains. Arriving in London, you patiently await your contact, but none arrives. Inspector Flint, or one of his proxies, was supposed to meet you at a quiet tea house tucked away in a narrow storefront just outside Trafalgar Square. Wondering what could have gone wrong and suspecting the worst, you set off to investigate.
Oh, no.
Forced, when this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda. You know what that means.
Yeah. Nothing good.
Clues and capers. You draw your umbrella closer, using it to obscure your identity. Each person you pass on the street could be your contact, or be out to get you. Oh. As a group, spend 4 clues to advance before the agenda advances. We have 2 turns. And let me just double check the campaign bag that we have the necessary tablets. Yes, we do. And that is us. To us. Oh,
to us,
Daniel, you get to read the rainy London streets.
Oh, I would be delighted to read that to you. Cold rain pelts the dreary streets in a rhythmic pitter-patter. Despite the hour, the square is bustling with automobiles, carriages, and pedestrians. Somewhere in this crowded city is the man you seek. Or are you already too late? Da-da-da!
All right, so plus X Shroud, where X is the current act number. So it's currently Shroud 2. If there's no clues on it, add clues.
Mike, this card is completely white to me.
What?
Yep. Just saying.
Really? The mod failed to load for you?
Well, I did say a couple images, like whatever, said couldn't load.
I hope it's not all of them.
Well, we'll see. And at that point, we'll figure out what to do. So can you read again what it says it does?
All right. It is currently... I'm echoing on your end, by the way. We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we're better. All right. So currently it says it's 1 shroud, but it gets plus X shroud, where X is the current act number. So it is a 2 shroud location. It has 4 clues. And if there's ever no clues on it, you put 2 on it. And we are allowed to resign. To wait for Inspector Flint.
Okay.
That's that. Well, shall we begin?
We shall. We shall. Go ahead. I need to mute for 1 second. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start spending $2 to get my lucky cigarette case out. I'm allowed to take that, right? It's not a fortune card. Like, oh my gosh, it says lucky on it. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, so I will investigate raw. I'm a 4 on a 2. What is that? That is a -1. I pass. That's a 3 on a 2. I pass by 1. So, I mean, do I just daring maneuver this? That'd be really funny. I think I daring maneuver this so that I pass by 2, which lets me pick up. No, I don't daring maneuver yet. I'm going to do that in my second, because I'm playing Taboo Rex, where I only get to do this once per turn. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to hope I get lucky on my next investigation. I'm investigating again. 4 on 2 is a -3. That is actually a failure, but I'm going to live and learn. So now I'm a 6 on a 2, a 0. Okay, that I succeed by 2. So I get to pick up a bonus clue as per Rex. And I get to exhaust Lucky Cigarette Case and draw a card. It's death. Wow, I was 1 card off from drawing that in my opening hand.
What'd I miss? What'd you do?
I did a bunch of crazy survivor stuff and got 3 clues.
Survivor stuff.
I have live and learn in this deck to trigger Rex's ability.
Okay, so you got 3 clues.
I got 3 clues. It's a really good turn.
Well, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do anything but set up then. Thanks.
I just have to get 1 clue next turn. I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is take $1 and then spend all $6, Mike, on a sledgehammer and my good friend Pete Sylvester.
He's a good friend.
He's a good friend to have.
All right.
All
and,
right. So,
wow. Hello, everyone in chat.
oh,
See
hi.
Hipster Sanio, Patrick, Funky Monkey Monk. Hello,
Hey,
all.
everybody.
All
Okay.
right. That's everyone.
Monster phase.
No
No
monsters.
monsters. Upkeep.
Well, that's a good card, too.
I got unexpectedly courageous.
I got some perception, which is a really good card to see right now.
All right. So we've got 1 doom out of 2.
Okay.
And now, I guess I draw first, eh?
Yeah, you'll draw first.
Okay. Here we go. I have gotten me a little pinch in reality. Arrow. I must either spend a clue or choose and discard half of the non-weakness cards in my hand. Okay. I will do the second. I will pitch a cheap shot and a cherished keepsake.
All right. I've got a locked door.
Oh, man.
That stinks. I'm not very good at that test.
Can I sledgehammer it?
No, but you can fleetness it.
Yeah, I could pick that lock for you, can I?
Well, I'm going to let you go first.
Yep. So it is a 2 shroud, you said?
We are currently a 2 shroud.
And I am a +4 to
Well,
pick that lock.
No, it's a fleetness 4 test to pick the lock.
Oh, I'm +2. Okay. I think we need to get out of here.
Oh, we do. Less
So
bad things happen to us.
I'm going to manual dexterity this to be up 4.
Excellent.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right. That is
Oh,
better not be
man.
my first time, but I draw a card for that. It is Belly of the Beast. Wow.
That's cool.
That's a good one. Okay. I have nowhere to go, right?
Nope.
So I'm going to take $1 and a card.
All right, sounds good.
Resourceful. Everyone likes that.
There you go. Don't forget Rita's weakness is an enemy.
Yep.
So be careful about drawing for your last action.
Mike, I'm a hero. You forgot.
I just said be careful. I didn't tell you not to. I've done my due diligence. Hey, with the skulls, how are you? All right, my first action, I'm putting out Death.
Well, that doesn't sound promising.
so that I can be a 5 on a 2. And here we go.
Oh, what does a skull do now?
That is
Ooh,
-3 because I have 2 or more clues, which means I
you
receive
still win.
that 4th clue. I just barely pass, thanks to death.
All right. Wow.
And that is that. So,
Don't you have one more action?
I would like to advance now, actually. I do have one more action.
Okay. Yeah, we should totally advance now. That is also blank to me.
Movement in the dark. You spot the figure on the other side of the street just as a bright red bus approaches. You're certain whoever was there was staring directly at you. The bus cuts a swath through the foggy street, and when it has passed, the figure is gone. Perhaps it is just your paranoia at work, but it cannot be a coincidence. It must have either been your contact or one of their foes. Perhaps even the reason they are missing. Steeling yourself for any possibility, you set off in chase. All right, we're going to put 3 more locations into play. And that should be Big Ben, Kensington Gardens, and Westminster Abbey.
Okay. Can I flip one just real quick to see something? It is blank to me.
I see. That's going to make this rather problematic for you.
Should I exit and come back?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right.
And in the meantime, I will continue setup here. The lead investigator draws the set-aside red glove man. Okay, so that's
Do I
what
have
we're
to
doing.
leave all of tabletop, you think, or just that?
Probably just that.
Okay.
Where does this go? Kensington Gardens. Let's go. How do I like to do it? Normally like that? Okay. All right, so Daniel, you are the lead investigator, which means you draw the set-aside red glove man and resolve the concealed keyword. The red glove
Okay.
man.
I did not get that error this time, Mike.
That's good to see.
So give me a sec to reload all my cameras.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, read the man. You can do all that if you like.
The red glove man, 5 fight, 5 evade, 4 hit points. Oh, but it doesn't matter because he's concealed. All right, what does concealed mean? Concealed means you take his little mini card and you take whatever the concealed X is in decoys. In this case, 2 decoys. You flip them over, you give them a good shuffle, and you distribute them evenly amongst locations that you're on or next to as much as possible. So I'm going to put the shadows here, right above our sheet. Just to, maybe I'll put him right there, just so he's eyeing you.
Okay.
He's in the shadows, and of course the game is going to punish us for leaving people in the shadows, because that's what Arkham likes to do, right? They like to say, okay, they're not with you, but we're going to punish them for not being with you. And Daniel, pick one. One of these locations does not get a concealed card. Is it Kensington
The one that
Gardens,
does.
Big Ben, or Westminster Abbey?
We are not going to put anyone in the Abbey.
Okay, no one is in the Abbey.
Now, Mike, does it make sense to put the one with, like, it has to start with us, right?
Has to.
Okay.
All right, and then we advance immediately to Agenda 2A, not reading Agenda 1A, which is very nice. Figures in the fog. Your mind must be playing tricks on you. Misshapen figures dance through the dense London fog wherever the rain lets up. Are these distortions, like the one in the photograph Inspector Flint showed you? Or is it your quarry hiding in the mist and gloom? Of course, when this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda. So I believe...
I've seen that before.
Yeah. And now we go Act 2A. The game is afoot. You chase a shadow shrouded by night. It might as well be a needle in a haystack, but still you search, hoping for any clue that may lead you to the truth. We must chase down the mysterious figure before the agenda advances. If an investigator engages the red-gloved man, advance. All right, I still have an action left. And Daniel, you're probably wondering, how do we get rid of these concealed cards?
Gosh, Mike, how do I get rid of a concealed card?
What a great question. Okay, you do it by attacking, investigating, or evading the shroud value of your location, which currently is a 3 because we are on Act 2.
Okay.
Fun point is that any card that automatically does damage, evades, or gets a clue, you can substitute that ability for flipping a concealed card automatically. The one catch is 1 concealed card per card effect. So Rex's thing, where after you succeed a skill test by 2 or more while investigating, discover a clue at your location, I cannot flip 2 cards with that. One is a clue,
Okay.
one is a concealed card. Same with Rita. If you're evading, you can evade an enemy and deal damage or deal damage to an enemy, but you can't tag both concealed cards. It's up to you to
Got
choose
it.
which one you're doing, but yeah, that's how it all works. All right, so I'm going to investigate. I'm a 5 on a 3. And do I even pitch anything for this? I don't know if it matters. Oh, I shouldn't have any clues because I spent them. Which means
Oof, that
this is a
means win.
-1, which means I pass, which means, Daniel, we get to flip this concealed card and see what it is. It is the red-gloved man. Do you know what
Already?
happens when you draw the red-gloved man? If an
I bet
enemy is in the
nothing good.
shadows, it engages you.
Oh,
Fun other thing here, you get rid of this card, and if there are no enemies in the shadows,
all the decoys go.
all the decoys go away, which is really helpful. Really, really helpful.
All right. So, Mike, we've found the man.
So we immediately advance.
My goodness.
The chase is on! After much toil and pursuit, yes, much, you finally catch up to the figure you've been chasing. A feeling of vindication washes over you as you spot the red gloves the man wears. It was no phantom you chased. This is the one you have sought all along. You corner him in a narrow alleyway, sheets of rain and fog masking your approach. Several more figures flank the man. A meeting, perhaps? To your surprise, he casts an expressionless glance in your direction. Then, fast as a flash of lightning and gone just as swiftly, a formless shape ducks out of view. A chunk of a nearby building goes along with it. When you turn to question your quarry about what happened, they have all fled east. You inch forward and examine the partially excised wall, covered in an ectoplasmic substance, like the
Ew.
negative of an undeveloped photo. Set the Red Glove Man aside out of play! Put the set aside Tower Bridge and Tower of London locations into play.
Okay.
There we go. Shuffle the set aside Crimson Conspiracy and Outsiders encounter decks into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. Yeah, we advanced that really quickly.
I was going to say, Mike, it feels like we didn't work hard to get to this point.
No, we didn't. The good news is that the Doom carries over, but it doesn't jump up, so we still have the same number of rounds.
Yep, yep. Okay.
Advance directly to 3A without reading the back of that card, which I'm sure is also awful. All right, the connection. It is clear now that Inspector Flint's hunches were correct. The man in the red gloves is not operating alone, and whatever he is up to, it has something to do with the recent vanishings. You could wait to report what you have seen, but by then the man and his cohorts may have already put into motion whatever scheme they are planning. No, you have only one choice. You must find the man with the red gloves at all costs. And this is the last. No, there's one more agenda after this. That's good.
Okay.
All right, so Act 3A, Eyes in the Tower. Your gaze turns eastward in the direction you last saw the man heading. Over the Tower Bridge lies the famed Tower of London, where even more eyes watch your approach. These belonging to a conspiracy of dark and brooding ravens. For what reason could he be heading there? We must be at the Tower of London and spend 6 clues to advance.
Wow. Okay.
That was a lot of stuff, but we're ready to
Well,
play the game now again.
okay. We have a map. All right.
That's
Well, thank you for finding it so quickly.
yeah. Okay, so that was a Shroud 3. Okay, yeah, we're good. I'm done my turn.
So now it's monster phase.
Now it's monster phase, of which there is none.
And now upkeep.
Oh, because this guy says the Red Glove Man is out of play. Upkeep.
I have drawn through the gates.
That's your weakness?
Yep.
Whew.
Draw the top card of my deck. If it's not a weakness, remove it from the game. Then search my deck, discard pile of hand in all play areas for each other copy of it, and remove it from. Oh, jeez.
That's a fun weakness.
It is the leather coat.
All right. Better search your deck for another copy of Leather Coat and get rid of it.
Do I know if I have it?
You do not. You only have one copy.
Okay.
All right. So your Through the Gates goes away.
Dang.
Really not a bad time to get that treachery.
No, and a leather coat is okay now that I have Peter to cover me up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he sees it that way, but.
Well, you know.
But.
All right. What are we at? 2 Doom. We're at 2 Doom. Well, that's a record.
2 Doom.
Do your magic shuffle. Your magic triple shuffle.
I do have to. Yep. Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
My card is Figures in the Dark. Another peril. If there are no enemies in the shadows, it gains surge. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that was easy. It is an apocalyptic presage. Force. When it enters play, each investigator chooses a non-weakness card they control in their hand or player and sets it aside out of play as a hollow. When a cryptic is defeated, instead of adding it to the victory display, discard it and choose up to 3 set-aside hollows and add them to the owner's hands. That's if we want to, or we can get the victory.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So have a spot for hollows, maybe in your threat. Your threat area somewhere.
So this guy's with me, right?
He is with you. So you'll have to pick a card in your hand.
Yeah, I'm wondering what I wanted to do. I think he's going to take Unexpected Courage from me.
All right. That is a hollow. There are cards that will trigger off the number of hollows you have. That's about it.
Okay. This guy's no joke, though.
No, he's not. I think that's the hardest thing in the set.
But I think he's pretty easy to run away from.
Definitely. You can definitely ping this guy. And, I mean, we're in clue territory now. It's all about getting clues, farming them. We've got to get to the Tower of London. Let's just have a look at the map here. Just to get in the tower.
Do we not put 2 clues on the Rainy London Street?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay.
Although that is now a Shroud 4.
Okay.
So it's not really the best.
It's a Shroud 2 when you're just trying to ditch a monster. You know what I'm saying? My monster's fleetness is only 2.
Oh, yeah, his fleetness is.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, okay, so I won't be getting the clues off that location. I do note that we have to spend 6 clues as a group to get to the Tower of London. So we're going to need, 4 clues to get to the Tower of London, and then another 6 in the Tower of London. So we're going to need quite a bit.
We need 10 clues, Mike.
Oh, yes, and there's all these other places that I'm sure have victory and all this other stuff.
All right. I think you still need a bad card.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Now, do you get hollowed as well?
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
Your cigarette case is your hollows?
Yep. Okay, this gains surge. Coterie Agent. Oh. Okay, so this gets put up here. Concealed 2.
Why?
Because it's
concealed. He comes out with Concealed 2. All right.
So immediately, this Coterie Agent gets a doom. When you expose the Coterie Agent, discard it.
And it's doom, I hope.
Yes, you do. All right, so that is Coterie Agent C. Let me find C, along with 2 decoys. So 1 has to go to our location. I'm going to put 1 in the gardens because I want to see what the gardens has. Let's do 1 in Big Ben. And that's that.
Okay. Well, Mike, I'm happy to exhaust this creature with me, and instead of discovering a clue at my location,
You mean instead of...
or instead of damaging it, I mean,
Hmm,
unconcealing my shadow.
that's an option, yeah.
Would you like that?
I think that's fine. I mean, you're the one who has to deal with this enemy. I don't
Yep.
have any combat at level 0,
I feel like
I
I can
think,
always
but
run away
1.
from it. You know?
I have mind over matter, but haven't drawn it yet.
Okay, so do you want me to go first then?
Yeah, please do. So you're a
Okay,
6 on a 2.
I'm up 4 on this cat. Okay, that's enough. And I will flip over this concealed. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's a
Decoy!
decoy.
But at least it's gone.
Okay, I have now used my once per turn ability, Mike. Have you noticed that?
I have.
I feel bad about it. But that's the point of doing this job, right?
You bet.
You bet. All right, I will now swing. Which way are you headed? The gardens?
Probably go to the gardens first.
All right. A fixture of the London skyline, the clock tower at the north end of the palace looms over the city face like the eye of a watchful guardian, says Rita as she goes to Big Ben. Okay, what do we got here? Choose a concealed mini card at Big Ben or a connecting location to test 2 fleetness. If you succeed, look at it. Oh.
Yep.
If you succeed, look at the revealed side of that concealed mini card without exposing it. If you fail, take a horror. Okay. I'll do that.
All right.
Now, is it really not even an action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've done 2 things. Would you agree?
Yes.
I'm about to do 2.1. I do not fail. I may look at this card. Mike, turn your head away.
Okay.
I found a decoy.
But it's...
But you don't know that.
I don't know that, so flip it back.
What's the whole point of that? And like,
Well, it's so you know it's... so you know.
but like, okay.
It's supposed to be an easier test.
But I'm just
All right.
saying, like, why not just discard it because I looked at it?
Because that's a really easy way to discard it. They want you to do it the hard way, which is fleetness 4.
But now, yeah, but I don't actually have to.
Well, not now. There are cards that will shuffle concealed cards.
Okay. Well, that's mean.
What, you thought they'd let you off easy?
Yeah. And then in my last action, Mike, I'm going to move down to Westminster Abbey.
All right.
The Gothic Abbey near the palace is both a place of religious significance and a traditional burial site for English royals. Lights flicker in the windows as the gentle rain to an ominous downpour. You would not be the first to seek guidance on such hallowed ground, but you wonder what else may be at work within its aged walls. Okay. I'll flip that. I can parlay to choose a location and test 1 to ask a Abbey. For each point you succeed by, look at the revealed side of concealed mini card at the chosen location. That's cool. Okay.
Super easy clues. That's nice.
Super easy clues. Even like someone who doesn't read so much, like Rita Young, do something here.
Okay, so a little bit of a problem.
What's that?
I cannot really evade very well. This potentially puts me in a dangerous situation. I can empty my hand to evade something if need be.
Well, once you find this guy, he runs away.
Yeah, but now we have an apocalyptic presage between us.
Oh, we can send him towards me.
Okay. Why do I think this is a bad idea? Because we haven't drawn Mythos cards yet? All right, the night's unusually somber mood is enough to drown out even the beauty of the royal park. The round pond threatens to flood as the downpour continues. This place has been a popular meeting ground for many years. Perhaps the man with the red gloves and his cohorts are here? After you expose a decoy here, you heal a horror. After you expose an enemy here, you take a horror. Well, that's okay. I'm seriously okay with that. All right, so I'm going to test 5 on 2. Is a 0. So I'm going to steal a clue and use my special once per turn ability to flip the enemy. which is a coterie agent. That goes away,
This decoy goes away.
and I take a horror for that endeavor.
You knew too much.
I knew too much. Okay, so I did succeed at a skill test by 2 or more, so I get to draw a card from Lucky Cigarette Case. And I'm just going to investigate once more. Or do I? The library docents are here in my hand, not to do a whole lot at the moment, because I don't have all the XP I need to get my tomes into play. But, oh, I will. Yeah, I'm just going to investigate. That's a tablet. -3. If you fail, I did not fail. That is 2 clues.
Giving us a total of 2 clues.
Yep, lots to
All
go.
right. Monster phase.
The monster wakes up.
Bleary-eyed.
Yep.
Okay. I draw and take $1. It's an interesting deck Oriana built. By the way, I'm playing a deck built by Oriana, Mike's charming and wonderful wife. Thank you, Oriana.
I hope it works out for you.
So far, it's been magnificent. Okay. Mike, we are now at 3 Doom out of 9. And I have drawn me a little bit of Crypt Chill. Oh, that's great. All right, that's 4 brains. If you fail, discard an asset you control. Oof. Crypt Chill. I've got 3 brains. Well, I think I'm just going to draw the +1 now, Mike.
Okay, or the Elder Sign.
You okay with that?
Sure, you'll do it anyway.
Okay. There it is. Thank you.
Jeez.
Now, I believe that means for the rest of this round, my ability is turned, the limit is turned off.
That is correct.
I'm Super Rita. Well, thank you,
All right.
Oriana. That wouldn't have happened without your build.
There's no enemies in the shadows, because that coterie agent's not supposed to be here anymore.
Oh, sorry.
That surges into conspiracy in red. Place 1 doom on an enemy in the shadows. There aren't any. So, guess what? Gotta draw one.
Okay. I like the guys that disappear.
Yep. I think
When we find them.
they're the only ones in this scenario.
Hmm.
I really like getting them out of the deck now.
Sure. Now, Mike, you drew this, so it has to be with you, right?
Well,
One of them has to be with you,
it's concealed.
but like one has to start with you.
Oh yeah, yes. One concealed card has to start with me.
Okay.
So I could put one on you, since it's such a easy test.
Yeah.
That sound good?
Well, yeah, it's just the shroud, right?
Yeah. You can evade
And
that shroud.
All I have to do is evade a decoy.
Yeah. Now keep in mind that I'm stuck here until that apocalyptic presage goes away.
Yep. Now keep in mind also, Mike, you'll be delighted to know I have unlimited use of my ability. So why don't I go first?
All right.
All right, the first thing I'll do is evade this decoy.
Okay.
I think I'm up 5.
Yep, you are. Holy crap.
Okay. All right. I found a decoy. That is still in action, however, isn't it?
It is.
I'll use second action up here.
Bad guy engages you.
Give that monster for a second. Okay. I'll engage him if I fail this. That's less moving around, if that's all right.
Yeah.
For my third action.
Oh, after you evade him, you have to deal a damage to that enemy. Okay, that's what it is.
What does that mean?
It means when you evade this enemy, you'll have to deal a damage to it. You can't damage, as per Rita's text. You can't. You cannot use Rita's ability to discover the clue after evading that enemy.
I don't understand. She doesn't find clues when she evades. She deals damages or moves.
Yeah, I'm saying you cannot use that damage to get the concealed card. Because it says specifically to deal the damage to the enemy you
Oh,
evaded. So,
did you and Oriana play that way? Because I thought
no. No, I did not.
for the real reason.
No. It's a useful ability in its own right.
Okay, but it's not going to help with decoys anymore.
Probably not. But honestly, like the free move, yeah, Catherine's saying it, the free move is really good.
Yeah.
Or if you have to whittle down something with high hit points. So just we'll play it that
Well,
way from now on.
anyway, I'm going to evade the big monster anyway.
Yep.
Okay. He's evaded.
All right.
And I will use my free move then rather than hit it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I don't necessarily want to be there when it wakes up. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? No, I'll stay. Hit it. That's
Okay.
fine. Because I need to be able to evade this concealed card as well. You know, I could have talked to people at the Abbey, Mike.
That's true.
I probably would have done all right.
Ah, well. Do you still have an action left?
I'm done. I evaded the decoy, moved, and evaded.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's up?
After you evade an enemy, I believe it counts as an enemy.
Oh, the decoy?
The decoy.
So I could have moved.
That's what I'm getting at right now.
Okay.
Let me double check the wording on that because this is a.
If a decoy is an enemy, then I have another action.
And if someone in chat happens to know. Let's see here. You can attack or evade it as if it were an engaged enemy. That's what it says. So if you evade it as if it were an engaged enemy.
Sounds to me it's an enemy.
Yeah. So that move away from the Abbey was free. So you do have an action left.
Okay.
Thanks,
Then
Catherine.
I will try to evade this decoy. He is now at 4, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm +2. Here we go. There you go.
And this is why I wanted you to bring Rita. Hey, there you go.
And they're gone.
All right, that's good because I didn't want it at my location again.
You're so brave.
Well, my location had the tick horror.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not brave at all. I'm Rex.
I'm done.
Okay, so, well, that helps me a lot.
Good.
Because it means, ooh, that one's worth victory 1. 1, 2. I think I'm going to pitch some perception to this test.
Okay.
Maybe even a eureka.
Woo! You really want this.
What am I? A 5, 6, 7, 8 on a 4. -1. Guess what? I succeeded by a lot. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for perception. I'm going to look at the top 3 cards. I'm not. Oh, sorry, self-centered. Did I pick self-centered? I thought I had a different weakness.
Looks like it.
I'll pick the glyphs. Shuffle the rest back. And I will trigger my other ability to pick up both clues at once.
Brilliant. All right, monster phase. This fellow wakes up. Let's just keep him there. We know he's with me.
Okay. Don't forget.
I couldn't imagine forgetting. All right, upkeep. Sneak by. What a great card.
Whew, search for the truth. So good.
It just makes me.
Yeah.
Just
when you evade.
Nice.
Yeah, which you do a lot.
Successful or not. Just grab $2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You should play Rogue.
All right.
Oh wait, I should have drawn an extra card for Lucky Cigarette Case. Too late now. It's fine. I got 7 cards in my hand. All right. Let's as you I'll concede for looking at my hand, I've got all the toys for bouncing tomes back from my deck. So
Nice.
hopefully with a little bit more XP, this is going to be really exciting.
For Doom. Here
For
we
Doom.
go. My card is a Hunting Shadow. I must either spend a clue or take 2 damage. Well, I think we know what I'm doing.
Yep.
2 damage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I might be dumping clues on my location.
I hope not.
You know what? Let's just do that. Put in 3, so I'm in 8. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a really, really bad pull. All 4 clues on my
Oh.
location.
That, I think we can agree, has slowed us down a touch.
A lot.
Okay.
That was awful. That was Arkham
All right.
being Arkham.
That was really mean.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
so much
so-
for the archaic glyphs.
Well, do you want me to head to Westminster after clues the old-fashioned way?
Yeah. Well, try to kick. If you can evade that thing first and start pinging it. Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Because, dude, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Because
What an awful treachery.
that was mean. All right.
No
I
limit
will
on that.
evade. What?
No limit on that. Yeah.
Oof. That's just -1 for me, so he's evaded. I will use my free action to head down here.
Okay.
All right. So I've done a thing.
A thing.
A thing. Now, I'm not going to lie, Mike. Finding clues is not really what I do.
I know, but we're a little slowed down.
We're a little slowed down, so I'll do what I can to get 1 for you, okay?
Okay.
I will go once right here. Here we go. There's 1 clue.
Nice.
And I'll do it again. Oh, look at that.
I just
will
will.
grab
Right?
all the clues.
Awesome.
That is embarrassingly my 3rd draw of the Elder Sign.
I guess I know who the magnet is this time. All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, let's start by pitching a couple cards. I'm 7 on a 4. Succeed by 1, so I'll grab 1 clue. I will go raw. 5 on a 4. Let's go 6
It
on a 4.
sucks that the shroud where you're at is a 4.
Is a -1. I'm going to daring maneuver that and pick up 2 more clues. So I use Rex's ability.
Okay.
And that leaves me with 1 more action to get this 1 clue. I'm just going to go... Oh, I can Lucky Cigarette Case to draw a card. Okay. Unexpected Courage. We're going to do this again. 0.
Nice.
I got them all, but I'm still at this location.
Is that bad?
Well, if I draw that Treachery again. Holy crow. What a mess.
Well,
I was set up to get some glyphs going, but that didn't happen.
Dude, hey, we're fine. We got slowed down a bit. We're okay.
Yep.
You recovered heroically, Rex. Heroically. All right. Now, here we go. Monsters, I woke them up. Go ahead and upkeep. My 2nd Sledgehammer.
Oh, there's a deduction.
I honestly don't need. All right, Mike, we are at 5 Doom out of 9, and I will draw me a little bit of Pinch Reality. I've seen this before.
It's peril, so I'm not allowed to tell you what to do.
Now, half of my 5 cards would be pitch 2 or pitch
3.
3. Okay.
Round it up.
I don't want to lose the clue. I think it's down. Sledgehammer, for sure. I've got a lot of money, so I'll pitch Sneak By. And I'll pitch Overpower, because I'm not going to punch things. He says, stupidly.
All right.
All right.
I have drawn Substance Dissimulation. For each set-aside hollow you own, if there are one or more copies of that hollow in your play area or hand, discard those copies and take a damage or horror. And horror. Well, that sucks. Lost my cigarette case.
Damn. Read the flavor.
File AV24S supplemental. No energy conversion observed. What happens to hollowed matter? So the good news is I don't get an additional hollow. Yeah, I knew that existed. I thought the enemy was going to disappear first, but apparently I was wrong. So.
Well, you thought I was going to try to kill it?
Yeah, I did actually. All right. Well.
You're silly, silly guy. All right.
Our
So
turn.
I need to clear a path for you to get back out of here, right?
Yes.
1. All right. I will spend my second action to evade him again.
That is a -1.
Okay. So that's 2. Now, you want me to hit him?
I mean, at
Well,
this point,
I hit him for the damage, just cause.
okay.
He's
It's
got
up
what,
to you.
like 5 HP?
Yeah, he's got 5.
I mean, he's going to chase us around, right? So I don't have enough actions for a double swing with a
Okay.
sledgehammer.
He's not going to chase us. He's going to. He doesn't have hunter.
Oh, okay. Then I will move to the Tower Bridge.
Okay.
Spanning the River Thames, the newly built Tower Bridge has quickly become a cultural icon, connecting central London with the East End, which has seen much growth in recent years. To the north, just over the bridge, a dark cloud encircles the Tower of London. Maybe there's another way in. Test brains or book 5. If you succeed, put the set-aside Trader's Gate location into play. The story has been told of the prisoners who were brought to the Tower of London by barge along the River Thames. Perhaps you could follow their morbid example. Those, sadly, are not my bread and butter icons.
Yeah.
That is me done.
Okay. I will go 1, 2, and I'm just going to investigate this raw.
Do we not need the rainy London streets?
I've got 4. You've got 2. We're going to get 2 here.
Yep.
I don't know, to be honest. I think we don't.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
think
if we do, we
there
know where
might
they
be
are.
clues at Tower of London, or we could. I'm sure this other location might have something, but I'm investigating here. +1.
What?
I get 2
I get
clues.
all the clues.
Aw, no lucky cigarette case. And let me just check the Tower of London. It's a cost to enter. Okay.
So there's probably clues there then. All right. So, okay.
That's us. We upkeep. Monsters ready.
Ooh, a jury rig.
Manual decks. I like that. Jury rig is eventually for your bows. But heck,
Well,
on an axe too.
Not a bad on a sledgehammer, is it?
Nope.
Do you want me to go back and sledgehammer the guy?
Well, let's draw bad cards first. Oh, after you doom us, of course.
Yeah, I have to do my 6 here. All right. My bad card is a little bit of pinch in reality. Well, I've seen
Again? Wow.
I will take. So that's my hand.
No, it's 2. It's half
I know,
your
but
hand.
that's my hand.
I know.
Jury rig and Belly of the Beast, because resourceful can get one of those back. Okay. Oh wait, no, wait, stop. I'm with you. Do you mind just picking up my clue?
I think you discard it.
Oh, it's discarded. Okay.
If I'm
That's not good.
not mistaken here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spend it.
You.
Yeah. I have to spend a clue or take 2 damage. I'm going to take 2 damage.
Rex, you're getting beat up a little bit. I mean...
Yeah, a little.
I'm trying to get Peter a little crazy and another psychosis. All right, so here we are. Well...
One other thing is that guy down there is worth victory. I'll point that out.
I know.
But I also time is of the essence in these scenarios, so we can see how that goes. What were you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking we go into the tower.
Okay, I'm okay if we let you scout ahead to do it. And then if
Um,
there's no clues in there, I'll try to open up the other location. Does that sound all right?
oh, I see what you're saying. We have a total of 8 clues right now.
We have 8.
So I bet those 2 down there are something we need, right? So
Maybe.
let me just remind myself of the act deck. We spend 6 in the tower.
6 in the
And we,
tower and 4 to
they
get over the
both have to
bridge.
be there. Okay.
And that's
So I will
assuming there's
spend,
nothing in the tower itself, which I don't remember.
I'll spend 2 of my clues.
And I'll spend 2 of mine.
Okay. All right, Mike, you ready?
Yep, go for it.
Ah! The main gate is locked. Okay. And securely guarded. Ooh. A conspiracy of ravens circle ominously over the castle. Far too many to be a coinky dink, Mike. Here we go. There are 2 there. After you end your turn at the Tower of London, you must either lose 2 which enemy in the shadows attacks you.
Lovely. All right.
So, well, hold on. That was my first move.
That was your first move.
And there's nothing there.
Nothing there.
How lame is that?
Well, there's the clues that we need to get out of here.
Well, okay, fine. I'll draw a card. Unexpected courage. And I'll take $1 to pay my fine.
All right.
I've ended my turn there. I'll spend 2.
How are we doing?
Right? I mean, do I have to spend 2?
Yeah,
Even
you
though there's
do.
no enemy in the shadows? I do, right?
Yeah, I do believe so.
That seems right.
All right, so we do have another agenda after this, so we have
Okay.
some time. I'm couple things I need to do. We're going to put out a research librarian so that I have a little bit of soak. I know it's not much. And I get to search my deck for any tome and add it to my hand. That will be the Scroll of Secrets that I will immediately put out. And this is taboo, which means this is fast. How do I look at the bottom card of this deck?
I
Huh.
like the secret tokens.
Oh yeah, those are nice. There's got to be a hotkey for look at the bottom. Because I have to be able to stack the bottom of my deck.
Can't you just search, go to search, and then hit your bottom card?
It does everything.
Hold on, let me check.
Well, it's a copy of Archaic Glyphs. That's fine.
Uh,
I'll just have to shuffle. Oops. I am going to draw it, though. And for my last action, I'm putting out the Archaic Glyphs. That's me.
all right. So, monster grumbles and growls in the rainy street.
He does.
We upkeep.
Live and learn is nice.
Little sneak by again. We're at 7, Mike.
Okay. Draw your card.
I will do that. False lead. If I have no clues, it gains search.
I'm glad that is gone.
Obscuring fog.
Well, that's not what I needed.
No, I'm sorry about that. But it actually is thematic to what they said was happening.
Oh, hang on. I've got it too. Speaking of thematic.
Nice.
Note that that's
All right.
awful with the concealed card mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, would you like me to go first and potentially open all this up?
I think we require that, sir.
Okay. Then, first things first, I'm going to pitch an Archaic Glyphs to add a resource on Archaic Glyphs as a secret.
Is that fast or slow?
That's slow.
Okay.
I'm going to fast secret my scroll of secrets.
Okay.
It is a medical student, which I am totally going to draw. So action 2, I will move to your location.
Hello.
Hi there.
What's
That is
going
a
on?
Shroud 3, and I'm a 5. I think, how should I do this?
Do you want to be unexpectedly courageous?
Well, I have a live and learn as well. I might try that first. Although if I'm unexpectedly courageous, that puts me 7.
This is essentially the same thing, right?
Yeah, okay.
So why don't you do your thing first?
Okay, I will investigate because I want a deduction. Wait, live and learn. If I attempt the test again, I have to pitch cards after, not before, right? Yeah, it's considered 2 different tests. Okay, so I
Yeah.
will just investigate raw.
There you go.
0, 5 on a 3. I just picked up 2 clues, activating Rex's ability.
Why, that's just what we need, Mike.
I'm going to spend all these clues, Daniel, before I dump all of them. All right.
Okay.
He's here. Quietly and cautiously, you follow the figure from a distance. With measured haste, he darts to and fro inside the ominous tower, searching for something. Finally, while you watch from the shadows, the man with the red gloves finds what he's looking for, a loose brick along one of the candlelit hall's many columns. He casually rotates the stone back into place with a kind of nonchalance, as if he were dealing with a piece of misplaced laundry. To your surprise, a section of the nearby wall rotates in turn, revealing a secret passageway. He ascends into darkness, and you follow in secret. Put the set-aside Tower Prison location into play. All right, so we'll do that first. Tower Prison. We're going to put the Eye of the Raven's key attached to the Tower Prison, not controlled by anybody.
Okay.
We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Move all concealed cards, mini cards in play to the Tower Prison. Thank goodness that doesn't happen. That's awful when there's 6 or something like that. Draw the set-aside Red Glove Man and resolve his concealed keyword, putting all of those concealed mini cards into play at the Tower Prison. So,
I guess I know where I'm going.
yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, Red Glove Man. All here. So that is drawn. Resolve his concealed keyword. So this is now in the shadows, which means all those cards that target enemies in the shadows. He's here.
Do things now.
Do things.
So
All right.
he basically comes out of things and hits us in the face.
Yeah, with some treacheries, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I'm done my turn, and you're ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we need to...
No, you've got some more reading to do.
We need to see how we're going to win this. Caught red-handed. Somewhere in these forgotten crypts, the man with the red gloves is searching for something. But for what purpose? The Red Glove Man gains Parlay, Test, Will, or Book 5 to interrogate the Red Glove Man. If you succeed, place a resource on him. Objective is to stop him from stealing the Eye of the Ravens. If he is defeated, or if there are 2 resources on him, advance. Which means we have to find him to get him into play.
And then hit it with a sledgehammer.
Either hit it with a sledgehammer or do the will thing, whatever you want to do. But I can come up there and start doing the other stuff. I'm just going to be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now, is there any reason to hang out where I am? I don't think so. Mike, I think you have to pay $2.
I do have to pay $2.
Do you have the money?
Yeah, paid.
Okay. Is there anything I need to know about keys?
Not yet, because we don't have to deal with keys until the scenario's over.
Okay, but this thing that's the Eye of Raven's key.
It's a very special thing, Daniel. You'll notice it's a different color than everything else.
It looks very strange.
It's a macabre ruby marble.
It is.
Looks fascinating. And we know
Oh,
he wants it. Do we want it?
we
Hmm.
do.
Well,
All right.
Daniel.
My first thing will be to move.
All right.
What could the man with the red gloves possibly want in this place? Uh-oh. While investigating the tower is performing a skill test, spend a clue +2. When a concealed mini card would enter play anywhere other than the tower, put it into play. Tower. Okay. So we're at. I'm going to. I've done one thing. Would you agree?
Yes.
Now let's say I find the red glove man with my decoy hunt. Do I hit him?
No. I don't
No.
believe you do. I don't believe you do.
Okay, because I'm replacing that to do the conceal.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. So let's spread these out a bit, if you don't mind.
Hmm.
All right. Now here's the thing. Do I really want to find the red glove man? I do. I do. I'm at Shroud 4. I'm at a 6.
Hmm.
Um, I'm going to play a resourceful on this to be at a 7. All right.
All right.
Okay. So I've succeeded. I'm going to go and get a card.
All right. You get your card, and then which card in this triangle do you want to look at?
Okay, hold on. I think
Okay.
that, you know what I think I want, Mike?
What do you want?
I think that I really want Lucky.
Lucky would be good.
Okay. And Mike, I'm going to take the bottom right of my triangle. Here we go. It is a decoy.
All right.
Okay, I've done 2 things, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Keep in mind we have a lot of time left.
I was going to say, I don't need to find him right now because he's hit me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the ability to evade him.
And I do still want to, well, I want to get the clues off that location. And I'm going to want to try to get these glyphs translated.
Okay. All right, Mike. Well, then I'm going to. This is wild. Um,
You don't want to draw into hoods.
I know. Maybe I want to back up with my free movement.
If you do,
I would then move another one back to the bridge. And do you want me to go kill that thing?
it's a VP. I don't know.
Like, or I mean,
I
we
know that.
have this. We have a lot of time, but we also need to kill. I'm just gonna, Mike. I'm gonna take $1. I'm gonna
Okay.
stick around here.
All right. This game can turn on a dime. Okay, we upkeep.
You already finished? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went first this time. There we
I
go.
did not draw the hoods.
I am self-centered. I cannot pitch to you.
Mike, that is so like you.
Like Rex, you mean?
Right. That's what I meant. All right. 8 of 9, Mike. 8 of 9. And I have drawn, a paracausal entity. When it engages you, look at the top card of your deck. If it's not a weakness, set it aside as a hollow.
Yep.
Okay. What I have found, Mike, is not
Then
my
it is
weakness.
now a hollow.
Yeah, I'll put it over there in the hollow land.
All right, I've got myself a locked door. Most clues with.
Remember, I can pick that lock pretty easy.
That'll be nice. That'll be really nice.
But I've got a little entity on me first.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Would you like to deal with that right now?
Is it our turn?
Yeah, it's our turn.
Hmm. Yes, Mike. I'm going to hit him with a sledgehammer.
All right.
Although,
Let's,
do I need to hit him that hard? This is weird. So what's
yeah,
his strength? His strength is 3.
but you gotta deal
I'm a
2.
3. I'm a 3. If I one-handed it,
Then you're down 1.
I'm down 1. But not if I'm unexpectedly courageous. Wait, what kind of creature is he? He's an
Why, he's an
outsider.
outsider, of course.
Is that what I put on my card?
You should have. Yeah, if you didn't,
I put otherworld because you
make it
told me that.
outsider. Make it outsider. That's what I meant.
Because
I
that's
could never remember which one is the enemy and which one is the location.
oh okay.
Yeah, just go outsider. That's what we meant.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's
Well, this
twisting the
is
world.
of course he is. All right. So Mike, what I'm gonna do is one-handed sledgehammer
Okay.
with grizzled, which gives me +3.
All right.
So I am at 5-3, I think, right?
That is correct. 5-3.
Okay, here we go. Oh God.
Yeah. Whatever.
So he's dead. That's no things, right? Okay. Um, I just defeated him.
Yep. You
Then,
killed.
then I don't see us finding the red glove man this turn, Mike.
No, I don't. I mean, I have to. Like, we want to unlock that door if you can, though.
I know, but like, then I'm not gonna do one of these decoys.
I'm
You
okay
know?
with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with that for
All
now.
right. I'm 6 on 2.
-1.
Okay. The door is unlocked.
Excellent.
And Lord, what am I supposed to do? Oh, let's take $1.
All right. I'm going to Scroll of Secrets. The last one away. That is a Calling in Favors that I will draw. I will spend it for another secret. Daniel, I'm going to move to your location so I don't have to keep spending money. Oh, yeah, this is gone. And I think now is a good time to do some investigating, is it not? I'm a 5 on a 4. Do I really want to pitch and deduction this? I don't have to be like searching through my cards to find another book icon, but sure, why not? Let's just nope, live and learn is actually what I want to keep. Okay, I'm going to investigate raw. That's how I survivor. Okay, so I failed. So I get to do this again with live and learn. So now I'm a 7 on a 4, and I'm going to pitch deduction. 8 on a 4, -1. 1, 2, 3 clues. 1 for deduction, 1 for Rex, 1 for investigate. That's me. You still there?
Okay, give me 1 second here. I'm sorry.
I know I blew your mind with that. I get it.
Yeah. I have a daughter thing happening right now. Hold on. Entertain the crowd.
Oh, okay. Oy,
Thank
oy,
you, Chip.
oy, oy. All right. Well, so far I think this is going okay. If I can get the glyphs going, that gives me some options. One more clue, and then all we have to do is talk to the Red Glove Man with no cards in hand. What could possibly go wrong? Does he have any... No, we can spend a clue to get +2 for this test. But that's all we need. There's no, if we fail, talking to the Red Glove Man effects, which was what I was worried about. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can potentially do this. next turn or the turn after. Da, da, da. All right, and I think that was everybody. That was absolutely everybody. You back?
Yeah.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
I think you already did your turn,
I did my turn.
so we can upkeep.
We got no monsters.
I know.
Where are the monsters? I found my shoes finally.
Oh, I need a book icon.
I finally found my shoes,
Nice.
which I might need when I find the red glow man. All right, Mike, why don't you go ahead and read us?
Oh, we advance, do we? Da, 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 da. Mysterious shapes. As the night grows deeper and the rain becomes a torrent, you flinch at every moving shadow, every sound, every shape. You wonder if perhaps this investigation is getting the best of you. Or maybe there are more of them than you thought, watching you, lying in wait for the perfect opportunity to strike. The lead investigator must choose, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Either search the encounter deck and discard pile for a coterie agent and draw it, and keep in mind that would all those cards would end up at our location.
Yep.
Or we each take a damage and a horror.
We're doing that.
All right, I am A-okay with that.
And poor Pete Silvestre has finally gone a little coconut.
All right.
But I think he'll be all right, Mike.
Well, let's draw some cards. Some bad cards.
Okay. My bad card is with Knives in the Dark. Put into play my threat area if it's not there already. After you expose a decoy, take 2 damage.
Limit once per round.
Wow.
At least you can kind of get rid of it. I am seeing shadows. After I fail a skill test at a location with the concealed mini card, I take a horror.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So, Mike, I was going to try to find the red gloved man this turn. Maybe. Well, you have another story to tell us. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the
Oh,
gun.
I do indeed. Plots and panic. Deep fog blots out the moonlight, bathing the city in utter darkness. From the rooftops, ravens watch your progress with inhuman intelligence. Every moving shadow sets your mind racing. If you don't find the man with the red gloves and stop his plans, who knows what he will do next.
Death. Okay.
All right.
All right, let's talk about this. So,
I am going to dig for a book icon
okay.
and put
Are
out
you
a
going to
med
find the
student.
last clue?
I hope so. But I don't have any tech and I don't have any book icons at the moment.
Okay.
Shall we? Maybe I'll find out. I'll find out.
Mike, why don't you take your turn? I'll do a little quick bio break. And
Sure. All right. I'm gonna draw a card. That is not a book icon. I'm gonna draw another card. That is a book icon. I have succeeded in translating the glyphs. I gained 5 resources. Nice. Yeah, not a super exciting turn, but I needed to get that ball rolling. And now it is Daniel's turn. Is there anything in here that... Oh, right. I'm allowed to discard clues to beef up a test. So I can investigate for a lot. I could be a 7 on a 4. That's good. One horror if I fail the test with a concealed mini card. I can handle that. So, I have never actually done this well in this scenario. I think I usually get slowed down a lot more. Although, to be honest, it's probably because I have Rex. Curious if anyone else had the same experience, that this one usually comes down to the wire. Or did I accidentally lose one of my agendas at home and thought this went a lot faster than it did.
Did you achieve everything you wanted in life?
Except the clue.
God damn it. You have like a job.
I was reading. I totally translated these weird glyphs.
Well, great. I'm sure that's meaningful, Rex.
Very,
You know what? Just let me
very.
put on my shoes.
Please do.
All right. I'm now a 7 fleet. Now, I don't necessarily want to get hit for
For
2
2
more
damage.
damage.
Aren't
I'm
you
at
a
3.
9?
Yeah. Are we? I mean, I got to deal with the Red Glove Man, I bet.
Yeah,
I have
but
a feeling it's going to be on me,
you can evade him,
but I'd
maybe.
rather hit him with a hammer.
Or hit him with a hammer. Wow,
I'm
that's
not. I don't think I'm talking to this guy. Remember, I'm full on into trusting Lee Flink or whatever his name is.
the Flint.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to. I'm going to draw a card.
Okay. Not hoods. Whew.
Overpower. I'm ready for you, Red Glove Man. And take $1, and then at the end of my turn, testing 3. I'm up 4. Okay.
Yep. You're up 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 4. Yeah. With your
4.
footwear.
I've now drawn my lowest token of the day of 0.
Good lord. All right. It is time to upkeep.
Is it? Jury rig.
Oh, there's my curse. There's my curse.
You know, that's what you get for reading, Rex.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Okay. We're at 1 doom.
Yep.
And my card is Heavy Rain. Rain's 3 for each point. I'm going to either take a horror. Oh, by the way, Peter Sylvester has healed himself.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like I might be going a little kooky. Let's see how kooky I'm going to go. You ready?
Yeah.
I am at 0 on this one. All right. I don't think this is worth using lucky, so I will give 1 to each Peter and me.
Okay. I have drawn a paracausal entity.
Oh my goodness.
I have a med student as a hollow now. Well, that's cool.
Well, I bet you're going to need me to take him off you.
Sure do.
Or just hit him with a sledgehammer.
Don't miss. If you miss, you will kill me. Oh, wait, not if you one-handed it.
Yeah. I'm going to one-hand it. All right.
Okay.
So that puts me at -1. Overpower puts me at +1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is this time to be courageous too? What do you think?
Yes! Jeez.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Before I do this, I'm actually going to
That's an
jury
action.
rig my
Okay.
hammer. Then, as I one-hand it, I'll pitch that and overpower. Puts me, I think, at +3.
Yeah, it does.
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, look.
Wow.
I'll draw a card from overpower. It is still somehow not the hoods. All right.
All right.
Look at all those things it gets. All right. That was 1, right?
Yep. 2, because jury rig was 1
Oh, right.
for playing it.
Well, God damn it, Mike. I still shouldn't find the Red Glove Man.
Guess not.
Take $1.
All right.
Heal Silvestre.
I am going to put out a medical student and heal.
Good idea.
And then I am going to...
No, you could have healed me.
You're very funny. Um,
Oh wait, you're self-centered.
yeah. Yeah, I'm self-centered. Uh, I can boost. I can boost this. So if I spend a clue, I am up by 3. I redraw as per Rex's curse. Elder
Hey,
sign. Booyah.
you can
Okay,
lose it if you want.
no, I'm getting the +2, which means I grab that final clue. And Daniel, I am going to ping this card on the right. It is the Red Glove Man, which means this decoy goes away.
Okay.
Red Glove Man.
Now he's engaged with you, correct?
Now he is engaged with me.
Is that what you wanted?
Well, I've got a buffer now.
Okay.
And I
Well, he doesn't
am...
do very much, does he?
No, not a ton. So I am a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this test of what, 4? There's a 5.
5, I think.
5,
Hold on, let me check.
jeez.
5.
And I've got my
Yep.
curse. Okay.
Wait, you want to talk to him?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to hit him. I auto-failed anyways.
Oh,
So I take a whore for auto-failing.
wow.
That was painful because that was kind of my ticket to talk to this guy. I can do it once more, but then, Daniel, we might just be sledging this thing.
Hey, he's got 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have to pay the piper. Medical student goes away for being
That's a bummer.
smited by a
Upkeep.
Red Glove Man.
Cheap shot.
Might never matter. Okay. It's not really what I needed. All right. Let's
Okay.
do bad cards and Doom.
Doom, my friend, is 2.
Okay.
Bad card is one of these guys.
Coterie Agent. The timing on that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Which
right?
Coterie Agent was that? Must be A. Okay.
And do they get concealed cards and stuff too?
You bet.
Okay. All right, so
I'm gonna try to talk to him.
well, why don't I just hit him with a hammer?
Can you do 4 damage?
I can do 3 with the hammer. Another thing I can do is cheap shot him, which will evade him off of you.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so I'm going to spend 2. Okay.
Yep.
My fight is 10.
Your fight is 10.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
With +1.
Okay.
So
So
it
he's,
hits him for 1 and evades him. Now, Mike,
yes,
do you
you,
just want to end this?
by the way, you did just evade him,
Which hits him again?
which hits him again. Yeah, let's end this. There's no more reason to stick around. We've got all the clues, and I've done my stuff, and I've got my
I'll
curse
spend
being
I'll
annoying.
spend a thing off jury rig to get +2 on my with
Okay.
a double fight. So that's 4, 7 again.
All right.
And I'll be unexpectedly courageous on it.
All right. 9 out of 5. -1.
Minus-
Red Glove Man is now victory 1.
Okay. So, Mike, I bet you have a story to tell us.
If you defeated them, the figure reels backward, grasping at his wound. Something small clatters to the ground. The man says nothing, only glares at you from the darkness. His gloves seem to ripple around his hands like the disturbed surface of a deep crimson pool, and after a moment he straightens himself. Then, blending into the shadows, he tips his hat and is gone. Add the
Huh.
Red Glove Man to the victory display and R1.
Well, dang. Okay. R1, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You search for the man with the red gloves through every hiding place and every shadowed corridor, but he is truly gone. It is as if he vanished into thin air. You wonder for a moment if he was somehow erased from existence like the other disappearances, but you don't believe so. There's no mark, no ectoplasmic remains. He simply was there, and then you give up searching for him and instead examine the object that clattered to the ground during your scuffle. It's a small ruby marble, no larger than. Indeed, you investigate the crypt that the man was rummaging through and find that the marble size matches the eye sockets of the long deceased corpse inside. They must have been buried with it, meaning perhaps this marble is what the man with the red gloves sought all along. But why? Investigating further, you find neither name nor epitaph identifying the corpse buried here, only the following lines of what appears to be poetry chiseled into the lid of the body's coffin. With red we are bound, through red we are one. Thus in red do we bury our kin and our ken. May you rest until you are needed once more. Before you have time even to consider what this might be, you hear the telltale rumbling of the secret passageway shifting upstairs once more, and the pounding of heavy footsteps down the stairwell. You arm yourself and prepare for a fight. To your surprise, it's Inspector Flint who greets you, held at gunpoint by a woman dressed in a black suit, wide-brimmed hat, and matching black trousers. She has ebony dark skin, cold eyes underscored with heavy bags, and short curly hair. Two other suits flank her, both of whom say nothing statues as she enters the crypt. She flashes an unidentifiable silver badge and motions.
Whoa, you just cut out.
Oh, sorry. Stay put. Now you read what they say.
Where did the man with the red gloves go? She asks. And who are you?
Okay.
Can I put
Each
my hands
investigator.
down now? Inspector Flint
Oh,
says.
sorry. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X, which is 4, maybe?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Great. All right. Choose an investigator to be the bearer of the Eye of Ra.
Okay.
Campaign accordingly.
Daniel, you are cutting out like crazy. I don't know what your internet's doing right now.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear it.
So if your computer's doing something, close it.
It's not doing anything.
Okay. Eye of the Ravens. So this is a key. Keys are funny little things. You are allowed to shift each key once per round. As you can see, this
Shift it.
Yeah, every key has this thing called shifting. During a skill test at your location.
Where did you put it so I can look at it?
Oh, it's in your threat area.
All right.
The performing investigator sets their base skill value for this test to 6. Awesome. Then you flip it to its unstable side. Shift, draw the top card of the encounter deck. Then, if an investigator shifted this key, flip it to its stable side.
Could something other than an investigator flip it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
use these sparingly unless you can really handle the bad effects, because they range from pretty nasty to god awful, don't touch it sort of thing.
Sure.
But
All
yeah,
right, cool.
their abilities are awesome. If you can, it's wonderful to use it as is.
All right.
All right. So,
All right. So, do you want it or do I want it?
so what we're gonna do with keys is we're actually going to share the keys a little bit more, and I'll explain that next time why we're doing that.
Okay.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Okay.
You could do it for that. I mean, we both have pretty decent stats. Yeah, no, it's fine. You can keep it for
Why
now.
don't you take it in case you need a desperate something?
Desperate evade. Yeah.
Desperate evade or something. Yeah.
All right.
Mike, in our campaign log, can you please
record? We haven't seen the last of the Red Glove Man.
And then mark 1 time in our campaign log.
All right, 1 time. Look at that. So we are out.
Making 2 time.
2 time.
And now proceed to the interlude, the foundation, page 9. Ooh.
All right.
Are we doing that tonight?
Oh, you bet. We are going until we get to another scenario.
Okay. I'll be the woman, you be Flint.
Sure.
Okay. Talk, the woman commands.
I'm a detective with the ICPC, Flint barks back. Flint, leave Flint. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble when they hear about this.
I assure you, I will not. And you? She asks, glaring in your direction. You explain that you're independent investigators working with Flint. She takes a moment to read your gaze, presumably to tell if you're lying. She, like Flint, seems low on trust. Finally, after a long, bated moment, she holsters her firearm. Flint's hands drop to his sides, and you let out a breath you didn't.
Oh, there you
We've
are
been
cutting out
after.
again.
Hold on a sec. Hold, please. Mike, do you hear me?
Yeah, I do. You're back.
Great.
All right, let's try this again.
We've been after that red glove man for quite some time. This is the first time we've gotten this close. He seems to have a knack for slipping away. She nods to the two suits flanking her, a tall, athletic, pale-skinned woman and a sharp, clean-shaven man, and motions toward the walls. They keep a hand on their holsters as they scour the perimeter of the room. And who is we? Oh, it's you.
And who is we exactly? Inspector Flint says. You've been wondering the very same thing. Your interrogator has a British accent, but she doesn't seem to be part of any local outfit you've heard of.
She waits for the confirmation from her two subordinates before continuing. All clear, ma'am, the man states. She sighs and crosses her arms. All right. What I'm about to tell you cannot leave this room under any circumstances. Am I clear?
Flint shrugs. Under penalty of what exactly?
Summary execution, she states without hesitation. Your throat closes tight. Even your partner flinches for a moment.
Well then, I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we? He glances at you. You nod. You might as well hear what she has to say.
I'm Commissioner Taylor, and these are Agents Hudson and Antonova. We're with the Foundation, an international agency devoted to the discovery, research, and containment of objects with paradimensional capability.
What kind of baloney? Flint practically laughs, but the woman who calls herself Taylor shows no sign of humor.
After the Great War, many treaties and accords were signed. Paris, Versailles. But keeping the peace wasn't the only goal. There were oddities, you see. During the war, things that did not add up. The Foundation's purpose is to find these things that do not add up and ensure that they cannot be used for such purposes ever again.
Well, this is a hell of a con you buttons have cooked up, Flint says, but the darker tone in his voice indicates he doesn't even believe himself. And you're inclined to agree. The fact that Commissioner Taylor even knows of the Red Glove Man at all is proof that she has inside knowledge.
You decide that it's more likely she's telling the truth than lying and ask what she intends to do with you. She paces in uncomfortable silence before finally letting out a sigh. Well, I certainly can't have your investigation running parallel to my own. And you might have information that could be pertinent to our work. So I say we work together.
Work together or work for you? Flint asks pointedly, his eyes narrowing.
She allows herself a smile. You are a clever man, I'll give you that. She nods to Agent Hudson, who produces several badges and hands them to you. You'll be your own cell of the Foundation, operating under our authority but with independence. All you need to do is agree to report your findings to us. She locks eyes with Flint appraisingly. You'll be our point of contact.
You
You
ask.
ask Taylor.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. You
yeah.
go. You go.
Yeah, sure, okay. You ask Taylor what you get out of this arrangement, besides the lifted threat on your lives. We'll hand over the intel we have on the organization the Red Glove Man works for and provide travel papers that can get you anywhere in the world. No questions asked, at no expense.
Oh, that was supposed to be me,
That
wasn't
was
it?
supposed to be you, so I'll just continue.
Okay.
Flint eyes the badge like one might an explosive, turning it over and over in his hands. 2 minutes ago, you were pointing a gun at me. Now you're offering me a job?
Yes. Well, are you in?
You pull Flint aside to speak with him in private. The discussion is short and hushed, full of conjecture and paranoid theories about this foundation and their true motives. But in the end, you decide to accept her offer. If it will help you get to the bottom of whatever is going on, it is the only real choice.
Very well then, Taylor explains. The Red Glove Man is just one operative of his organization. Or perhaps its leader? That we are unable to determine. They call themselves the Red Coterie, so named due to the red garments they wear. They are after artifacts scattered across the world which possess paradimensional capabilities. The very same kind of objects we seek to find and contain. We call them keys. You ask Commissioner Taylor what she means by the term paradimensional. Imagine a cake with many layers, she explains. Everything we see and feel exists on one layer, but there are many more layers above and below ours. Something that is paradimensional exists on one layer but draws energy from other parallel layers. As a result, these keys operate outside the laws of our dimension, cause and effect. If left unchecked, they can be used to inflict terrible harm on the world. Our job, your new job, is to get them out of the hands of the coterie and keep them secure in Foundation custody.
If these keys are as powerful as the Foundation believes, you agree that they should be kept in safe hands. But you cannot help but wonder what this has to do with the disappearances you've been investigating. If anything at all. Flint locks eyes with you and gives you the slightest shake of his head. He has no intention of telling them. Daniel, you must choose. Are we going to tell Taylor about the disappearances, or are we not going to tell her about the disappearances?
Oh man, it actually says the investigators must decide, Mike. So
Yeah, and this is there's no wrong answers in this unless you're
sure.
trying to gun for specific
Now,
paths. It does
but
affect
Flint,
little things here and there.
true. So Flint has locked eyes with us to say don't share what we learn, and we've decided we're going to trust him for now, right? So,
Well, we
right?
decided
I
to
mean,
trust
that's
him
what
with
he's
his
saying,
ticket.
Mike.
Yep,
But that's what he's shaking his head to, right? Don't tell anything.
I believe so.
All right. You know what? Let's go with Flint.
All right,
We are not going to tell Taylor about the disappearances. We'll skip to the Foundation 3.
done.
Okay? You shut your mouth tight. What she doesn't know can't hurt her. Commissioner Taylor tells Flint that she will forward any relevant information to his office with some sensitive details omitted, of course. She will also provide the ICPC with the requisite papers regarding Flint's new position. Oh, and Agent Flint, she says on her way out, addressing him by his new title. Your cell may have the independence to act on their own accord, but do not forget that you report directly to me. I expect you to do so without reservation should you discover anything of import. He nods, but given your reluctance, you'll expect he'll omit sensitive details as well. We remove, Mike, one tablet and
Yep,
add another thing.
yep. So we have strayed from the path of trust and gone to the path of deception. So
Oh,
we are now net
so
neutral. Remember what I said about
interesting. Yep,
it
yep.
doesn't matter about sides. It's how you're conducting yourself.
No, that's interesting. Now I get that a little bit better. I thought it was
Yep,
like trust in Flint. Okay, cool. Mike, in our campaign log, can you please record the cell hid the truth from Taylor?
sure. The truth from Taylor. Okay, there we go. And
Go to Foundation
like I
4.
said before, like there's no wrong answers to this. So just
Sure, sure.
do what you're doing.
The next morning, your cell meets at the tea room near Trafalgar Square, where you had originally intended to meet the previous night. Together, you go over the documentation provided to Flint by this Foundation.
Sorry. It's all a bit difficult to believe, if I'm being honest, Flint says. But everything checks out. The travel papers, the job transfer, all of it. Not even my boss questioned it for a moment. I guess we're secret agents now, eh?
You agree? Unbelievable as it might seem, it's no less strange that the matters that you'd already been looking into.
Right. Well, I think the best thing to do is to split up. Shanghai is where I grew up. I have connections there I can leverage, so I'll head there first. Where you want to investigate next is up to you. Meet up with me later and we can figure out where to go from there.
The Foundation has several leads concerning the whereabouts of the Red Coterie. One is likely in Inspector Flint's home of
Yeah.
Shanghai, where there have been many rumors about the existence of a secret cabal. In Alexandria, there have been a rash of beastly killings throughout the city. The Foundation has reason to believe a member of the coterie is involved. A string of high-profile burglaries in Buenos Aires has led the Foundation to believe that one of the coterie members is responsible. It's likely a key is the primary target. A member of the Coterie Sanctum in Nairobi. Perhaps there you might learn what they have planned. The Foundation had procured the journal of a prospector recently working in Anchorage, perhaps the site of a key. A coterie agent operating out of Istanbul has already reached out to Foundation operatives. A defector, perhaps? Or it could be a trap. Locals in Kathmandu have reported seeing a spirit matching the description of another coterie agent. A deadly coterie agent has been sighted in Marrakesh. Reports of tomb robberies and strange overgrowth have led the local Foundation operatives on edge. And finally, a coterie agent has made a name for himself in Havana, where rum and other illicit goods are being smuggled into the United States. Read the rules for embarking and travel.
All right, so I basically already done that.
Yep. Now there's some dossiers, Mike, you might want to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not really going to go through it. Just that we're allowed to read a very brief, heavily redacted synopsis of what is in
Okay.
each location on this map, which I will jump to right now. And Daniel has read some of it. And Daniel, where would you like to go? The world's
Well,
your oyster.
the world is my oyster, Mike, and I think I want to go to Moscow.
All right.
And I'll tell you why. Do you want me to tell you why I'm doing this?
Tell me why, Daniel.
Because I read the dossier, Mike, and this might actually be useful to the people watching, right?
Sure.
So this is dossier 26. So I'm going to go there. That's page 26. Up. 26 what, Mike, by the way?
26G.
Okay. All right. If we're in Moscow, skip to quid pro quo 2. Now, here was the dossier. Sanctum class green. Sanctum locations, redacted, Moscow. Description. Sanctum number 26G1 through G6 are foundation offices and storehouses for paradimensional artifacts. Do not disclose locations of sanctums with non-foundation personnel under penalty of redacted. Approach procedure. Agent in charge of sanctum will meet you upon arrival. Entry instructions attached. So, Mike, I wanted to go here because I thought maybe we'd get something.
All right. Well,
Why don't you go ahead and read quid pro quo 2, please?
will do. The Foundation's base of operations in Moscow is just a 5-minute walk from St. Basil's Cathedral, a nondescript door set into a modern constructivist structure overlooking a cobbled street. The corridor inside feeds into a cramped stairwell that descends deeper than you could have anticipated, to a red door set in a flanking whitewashed wall. After identifying yourself, you are led into a long, well-lit hallway with lavish carpeting. It seems you follow instructions well, says a voice. You turn to see a tall, athletic woman in a well-tailored suit. Valeria Antonova. We have met before. Call me Lyra. Please follow me. Agent Antonova leads you through a labyrinthine set of passageways, past a set of double doors, to a white-tiled room flecked with grime and what you hope is red rust. On an operating table in the center, what looks like a person is strapped to a metal slab, restrained with tight leather straps. Looking at the humanoid shape makes your head swim. Its features are blurred, as if in constant motion, like a hummingbird in flight. You catch only glimpses of its features: a Stygian eye, clenched teeth, nervous twitching.
Lyra, another agent interrupts. The commissar needs your attention. Agent Antonova looks sternly to you.
This is a paradimensional being. Please keep your distance, but I will be but a moment away. The agent leaves. As you look at the sharp implements mounted to the wall of the lab, you wonder what experiments the being has endured. Judging by the subject's well-tailored black suit, you wonder if it used to be a Foundation agent. After a minute of silence, it begins to flail around the table, widening and shrinking its mouth to a wide, dark O, always facing you. You keep your distance, trying to look away. Please excuse me. Agent Antonova re-enters the room. The being on the table stops flailing. There's another matter I must attend to. Unfortunately, we do not have the resources to escort you around our facility, so I must ask you to leave. However, the Foundation does wish to assist in any way it can. Please tell us what we can do for you. We must decide. Now, Daniel, remember that we cannot come back here. So whatever you decide, this is it.
This is our one Moscow choice. Now, Mike, when it says you may embark, that just means continue on the journey.
That's right.
Okay.
So the first thing is we'd like to get around faster, in which case we would get an expedited ticket to our deck. We'd like some supplies, which would give us some experience. Or we'd like some intel on subject 28I. And I believe that pertains to Havana.
We may choose this option only if we have not yet visited Havana.
So, Daniel.
So now would be the only time we could look at that, right?
That is absolutely correct.
All right, Mike. So we're at day 3 now, right? Because we went here.
Yes, we are now at day 3.
So you may embark doesn't mean like save time of day, right?
No, no, no. It's yeah. Just by going into this place, you basically spent a
Okay. Oh, Mike.
time. They never make these easy.
I'm not a min maxer. You know that. So earning an experience is not all that interesting to me, but I see why an expedited ticket. So it says an expedited ticket to their deck. That's an
Uh,
interesting. That's an interesting
yeah.
thing.
It's a one-time use thing. It's like
Or is
it's
like
not
a
going to
permanent that comes out.
it's not going
Okay.
to save us a ton of time.
Mike, I'd like
But
some
it's a
intel on
decent
subject
thing.
number 28I.
You're going for intel. Okay. Now I will point out one thing
Yep.
that this does put us on the road to going to Havana. So if you're thinking of not going to Havana, not a good choice.
I wasn't thinking one way or another about Havana
Okay.
until now.
Well then, we're going to read Quid Quo Pro number 4. Agent Antonova digs through some old files and pulls out a dossier filled with information on a man named Desiderio Delgado Alvarez. From what we can tell, Subject 28I lived a perfectly mundane life in Havana until the age of 19, when his involvement with organized crime drew the attention of the coterie. You wonder aloud if he's a rum runner, and she shakes her head sternly. Quite the opposite, in fact. Desiderio's brother was the one involved in such matters, before his murder at the hands of a rival gang. It seems Desiderio then acquired a key and was using it to take revenge, hence the coterie involvement. Seeing his talent, they decided to induct him. So we get to record The Cell Knows Desi's Past, and we may embark.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Now, Mike,
Yes.
this is all fascinating. So I had emailed you before this, and I said I want to go to Moscow because I think we'll get something, and then I want to go somewhere where I think a whole bunch of roads lead out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, we're going to take another day. It looks like, right?
So yeah, so we took the day to go to Moscow. So there we
And
are.
we'll take another day to head southwest, Mike, to Constantinople on page 21.
Okay.
And I went here, folks, because mainly it was um, a traffic hub. If you look at the map, you'll see a lot of lines out of Constantinople.
Ah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that seemed to be like a place to bust out of, and this was before I read anything, so I didn't know about the 8 places that, we learn about at the end of the scenario 1, where, the foundation points us.
Got it.
So here's the dossier of Constantinople.
Sure, we'll just read the
Subject class.
dossier and then we'll stop.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Oh, is this going to lead us to a thing?
It will.
Oh, okay. File 21F. Subject class green. Real identity Sahin Age.
Ishe. Ishe? Oh, it's Ishe.
Age. Yeah, Age. Actually, a student named Age. Spelled the same way. Cool. Last known location, Constantinople, Turkey. Descriptions. Description. Subject 21F. Hereafter, lady in vermilion veil, or real name, Ege Sahin, is a woman of Turkish descent, 34 years of age, approximately 161 centimeters in height. Mike, what is that in real life?
It's 161 centimeters. Why?
Well, what's that? 5 foot inches? 5'3"?
Divide by
Maybe?
30 to get
Oh my God! It's unknown whether this is
what,
subjects
five and a bit, 5.5?
5.5. Yeah, okay. It is unknown whether this is subject's redacted or a disguise or false identity. At all times, subject wears traditional hijab of unusual stark red color, likely a redacted object designating coterie membership. Paradimensional capabilities. The lady in vermilion veil appears to either possess no such capabilities or has successfully hidden such capabilities from Foundation intelligence. Sightings. AJ Sahin is a well-known and renowned art collector and museum curator operating in the Turkish and Islamic Arts Museum in Constantinople. She is either redacted or is, for all intents and purposes, a normal everyday person. Note, leadership is under assumption. Redacted. Approach procedure. AJ has already reached out to Foundation envoys, dispatched to confront and question intentions. Now, Mike, you may remember, even before I knew what I knew, I chose this place, but from what we learned after London, isn't this place where there might be a double agent from the coterie?
Let me have a look. See here.
Right?
Did it say double? What did it say here? No,
Uh,
there's nothing in here.
where's the one? Yeah, Istanbul. So
Oh, there
that's
we go.
essentially where we are,
Got it. Yes,
right?
that one. Yes.
A coterie agent appeared operating out of Istanbul has already reached out to Foundation operatives,
Correct.
a defector perhaps. Now, do we have an older map? Because it says Constantinople in our map, but as they might be giants have taught you,
Yep. It's
right? It is Istanbul now.
yes, but at the
Why
time that this is taking place, I think the change was just occurring, so you actually see both.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
And that is brilliantly researched then by
It absolutely
Maxine.
is.
By Maxine, if that's the case.
So
Jeez.
yes, our map
Because
absolutely is old. It says Constantinople.
awesome. That's really cool because, nerds like us have to know that Istanbul and Constantinople are the same thing.
They are. All right, so we are going to leave it there. And yeah, we will come back next week with some friends, and we will,
Wait, we're going to be with friends next week?
well, as soon as we get off the plane, we have other members of the cell that will perhaps join us.
How fascinating.
All right, so what did you think of your first playthrough?
Well, look, I'm used to every campaign starting with like a gut punch of a scenario. This was really easy.
I
Um,
we ooh, we had it a
now,
little easier
I
than
also I
yeah,
also realized we got lucky in the very first decoy find
and the second.
and the second, but also, I mean, there wasn't. I spent half of the game just taking money because I had nothing else to do.
Right.
So, so it was easy, and I can see how, of course, sometimes it won't be. And if you don't have investigators like these that naturally take stuff,
Yeah.
um, or evade easily or whatever, um, that is just going to take more time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we spent 3 turns just not finding the red glove man because we didn't have to. Um, so
Yeah, it's unreal. Rex is awesome for his ability to slurp, even tabooed. And agility is not a dump stat in this campaign at all.
no, it seems pretty good.
Yeah. Daniel, I highly suggest going for bows as your first upgrades. Just knowing what I know about how that deck works. And apart from that, what have we got? 4 experience? Not a ton, but it's a little bit. I think I might forego the archaic glyphs and just go for a fun tome. We'll see, though. We'll
No,
see.
Mike, I fell in love with my sledgehammer tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, you're funny. You're very funny.
Well, look, wasting all that time to load a bow when I can just hit someone with a hammer.
The arcane bow, actually, you don't have to load. You should read that
Look,
card. It's
look,
bonkers.
the arcane bow. All right, well, I've gotten out of tabletop simulator, so I don't melt
All
my
right.
computer anymore.
Um, no, look at it's
Might have
pretty
been
awesome.
that might have been. So, arcane bow.
Yeah, it's one of
I
those
like
dual
this
class
name.
bows where you don't spend ammo unless you're trying to target something that's at an adjacent location. It's crazy. Oh,
Oh,
enchanted bow. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, enchanted bow.
enchanted, Catherine. Oh, thank you so much. I'm finally. I'm just now seeing your message to me at 9:05.
Yeah.
The rainy London streets. Like, this is where you're at. Thanks. That's kind. Ay, ay, ay. All right.
There we go. All right.
Um,
So that's the campaign. You're getting the gist of it.
dude, I will say this. I love its vastness. I love what Maxine has done here.
It's
This
really
seems
cool.
like it's going to be a great swan song for her work in Arkham.
Yep. Yeah. Don't expect it
Uh,
to be this easy for the remainder of the
oh no,
campaign.
I don't. I know this is lulling me into a false sense of everything.
Oh yeah. And I
Um,
really like how they take that mechanic, that concealed mechanic, and they twist it in so many different ways. So you'll see the same mechanic not necessarily in the same way.
Oh,
You'll
that's
love
so
it,
cool.
and I'm so excited to watch you go through this for the first time.
Well, thank you.
All right, with that, big thank you to everyone in chat. Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And we will see you again next week. Dealings in the Dark. Good night, all.
Good night.